Alrighty, friends, we'll go ahead and get started for our, recorded meeting. So we can throw this up maybe on Patreon. So if you don't know about Patreon, you can support there for a low cost. And it includes weekly yoga recordings, all the, year and a half, almost maybe 2 years of recordings in the past. So plenty of classes to choose from for your own timing. And we do a lot of give back in the Stay Light community. So chest surgery pillows, top surgery pillows, give back. We were doing masks. We still help folks here and there. It's just not always promoted, but know that you are playing a big role in that. Thank you so much. Let's get started. Going ahead and finding a spot to lie down. You can come towards the wall or just let your legs float up, but it might be really nice to have the feedback of having something at the wall. If I can mute my other microphone. Let's see here. If you are near a safe wall, you can bring your legs up the wall. This is a really good posture to do first thing in the morning, at the end of the day. Really juicy, really nice. And we're just letting gravity, everything kind of flow backwards in the backwards directions of the legs. And it's that simple. Whether they're just floating or leaning against a wall, just find some ease here with the pelvis rooted down into the ground, the sacrum rooted down, the low back, finding some ease and support from the earth. If you feel safe, you can close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. As you inhale into the nostrils, fill your belly. Exhale out of the mouth, cleanse. Let the body soften as we breathe. Inhale and exhale. One more time like that. Inhale deeply. And exhale fully. Just stay there in the stillness. Let the breath return to a natural pace, but still let's focus on keeping it full and smooth. And as you're ready, start to flex your feet, toes towards the knees, feeling the stretch behind the leg. And then exhale, point your toes, tops of the feet, stretch. And we'll keep flowing like that. Inhale. Exhale. Do about 10 of these, give or take, on your own. Notice your mind, and if it fluctuates, try to bring it back to a focal point of just being present in the moment. Notice the sensations in your body and take notice of your breathing. And we'll start to create circles with the ankles. If you'd like to add the wrists up to the sky too, this can be really nice. Keeping that breath smooth along the way. And slowly drop the right foot to the floor, so right knee is still towards the sky. And we'll keep the left leg somewhat straight, stamped into the ceiling with the sole of the foot. An option for the hands to come behind the left thigh. You can also make this connection with a strap. But pushing into your hands or your strap, find length in the neck. The shoulders start to pull away from the ears. Reaching the heel up, toes flex. Find relaxation even here. 2 more breaths. As you exhale, start to slide, start to move that lifted foot across the line of the body. So we're coming to a little twist here. Now, if you play around with the movement just half an inch at a time, hopefully we'll find a stretch on the IT bands, this outer edge of the leg. So keep it gentle. Whether you find that exact feeling or not, just notice what stretch you do feel. No strain, no pain. And then bring it right back to center. This time, the left ankle finds the right knee. Figure 4. Pressing that left knee away before deciding if we want to lift up that right foot. And notice here, I have this couch perfect timing. This is one variant of figure 4. You can have that right foot supported or let it float. Regardless, just focus on the stretch you feel in the left hip. Option to thread hands behind the right thigh. Now we're releasing here in the hips and the pelvis. Notice what comes up for you, like the observer that you are in your body. Take a few deep breaths while you focus on your intention. Giving ourselves permission to go there, permission to relax, knowing that by the end of this session, we will have done plenty for the body and we will have lots of practice on minimizing the fluctuations of the mind. Just commit to being present. This is your time. As you're ready, we'll keep the setup of the legs the same for one option. So I'll show you option 1, bringing the left sole of the foot down to the right, coming into a pretzel-y twist. If this feels too far away or too complicated, instead stack the knees up towards the chest and then let them fall over together to the right. You might pick up that right shoulder and lay the heart more flat against the earth, but just find a twist that feels so good at this time of day and breathe into it, relaxing anything else not needed for the posture. What is your relationship like to focus? What is your relationship like with discipline, with stillness? As you breathe in and out of the belly, take notice of what's happening on your mat, in your space. Then slowly, we'll bring the setup back towards the center, facing the sky, and switch directions. This time, the left foot plants down, the right heel towards the sky. Finding a nice long stretch behind the leg. See if you can lengthen the right side body by pulling the right hip down away from your face. A little articulation. Take a deep inhale. And as we exhale, allow the foot to cross the body any amount, finding that outer leg IT band stretch. Not muscular at all. It's a little different in sensation. And then slowly we'll come back to center, bringing the right ankle to the left knee. Find your figure 4. This side might require something different. So keep exploring. When you find a safe space where you can stay for a while, take another soothing breath and refocus on what you're feeling. Using your senses, notice the mind as we change and morph and try and focus. And then very slowly finding that twist on this side. The sole of the right foot plants down on the left. Awesome place for a block, but if this is all just too much, just stack those knees. Everybody finding some kind of twist, and oh, hopefully it feels really good this early. Melt into it. Ease the muscles in the shoulders and the face. Just breathe. Giving permission to go slower today. As you're ready, we'll meet on hands and knees. So if you want to continue rolling over onto your left side to do that, you can. And we'll go right into our cat-cows. So as we inhale, we drop the belly from all fours, look up and back. And exhale, slowly round through the spine. If it's early for you to be extra careful. It's more like we're asking permission from the body as opposed to getting in a workout or doing the poses, exactly what our mind thinks. Right now we're practicing mastering the mind. So as we inhale, dip the belly, look up. And exhale, round. Roll a few more times like this, making sure the hands are planted down, but don't be shy. If you need a little bit of a bend in your fingers, that's okay. As we come back to neutral, inhale. Exhale, look towards your right hip. Nice stretch. Inhale towards center. Look towards your left hip. Come back to center and find child's pose. So dip the booty down or keep it high and reach the hands forward. Letting all the muscles in the back relax. Find the groundedness between the earth and yourself, the feedback, the support. Breathe into your belly. We'll create a little flow here. Come back to all fours. Inhale, dip the belly, look up and back. Exhale, round through the spine. Inhale, cow pose, dip the belly. Exhale, child's pose, sit on back. We'll flow like that. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, belly drops. Exhale, child's pose. Flow on your own. Choosing only the moves that you like or adding on. But keep it sweet and aligned to what you need today. What is that thing? Let's set that now. Let's set the tone now before we continue for the rest of the day. We'll do one more round like this, give or take. And the next time you head to child's pose, instead, you'll tuck your toes and lift up for a quick downward facing dog. So if down dog doesn't work for you, come to child's pose anytime. But otherwise, keep a generous bend in the knee as we press the floor away with the hands. Getting a nice stretch behind the back of the leg and also, inverting just a little bit. Take a deep inhale. Then a deep exhale to stay. Come right down to your knees or roll forward to a plank, knees lifted. Everyone squeeze through your core, the belly button towards the sky. For 3, a little heat. For 2, on 1, everyone drop the knees. Tuck the toes. Come to sit on your heels. Just to let the wrists have a break. little toe stretch. Maybe it's intense, maybe it's not. When you're ready, return to all four. Let's build on to what we've been doing, sliding the right toes back in space, an option to keep them there or let them float. Feeling that line from the right shoulder to the right heel. Nice long line of energy. Stay there, bend through that heel, and today we can pulsate if you're looking for a little bit of heat. Take a deep breath. We're here for 3, for 2, and on 1, go right into a few knee circles. So make your circles, make your pulsating really soft, really gentle, or skip it altogether if that's not working for you. And then we'll step that right foot outside the right pinky. Settle down for a lizard. Oh yes, still early, but very opening and releasing. Reconnect with the breath if it's been lost along the way through our adventure here. Let the body settle over time as opposed to with force. And very slowly shift the hips back, half splits. Even the half splits, we lift up through the hands a little bit more. Generous bend in that leg is a-okay. And we're pulling the right hip back. The back is still this nice long line so that our breathing can stay sustained. Return to your forward lizard lunge and take a vinyasa or just take a break in down dog or child's pose. So a gentle vinyasa today for me is going to be just a mini push-up, extending in the cow pose, and exhale, downward facing dog. Wherever you are, child or down dog, take 2 more breaths. Breathing deeply in and out of the nose. Breathing still into the low belly. And keeping the pace there. As you're ready, we all meet on hands and knees. Hold strong. Hold through the core, even on your knees. An option to slide those left toes back. As we inhale, we decide maybe we want to stay or maybe we float those toes up. Kicking through the back heel. And then bending through the knee. Stopping anywhere along this point, whether the toes are down, lifted, knee bent, or pulsating is cool. Just keep the hips in line with one another so we're not lifting up sideways. Notice if the breath is being challenged and accept that. That's okay. We're here to practice that. Go ahead and take a deeper breath and smooth it out yourself. As these knees start to create circles in each direction, just a few each way. Then those left toes come outside the left pinky for a lizard. How good does that feel? Maybe you had some difficult sleep. I sure did. It was hard to get up today. Hopefully you're feeling okay and starting to feel a little better. Notice whatever you are feeling. Smooth out the breath. It is the key to mastering the mind. And then find a half split, shifting the hips back in space. Very good, everyone. Exhale back to your lizard lunge. If you'd like to take a vinyasa, you can. Otherwise, just meet me on your seat. I'm going to grab a blanket. Yeah. So come to easy seat. You can be cross-legged, sitting on a pillow, whatever feels good. And as we inhale, lift the arms on up. Exhale, drop the right hand, crescent the left over. Both hands will come up through center and over to the other side. Let's do this again. Inhale, rainbow the hands to the right side. Exhale, dip. Inhale, over to the left. Exhale, release. Sweet. This time, we'll start to continue the crossing of the legs so much that they come into this kind of number. But check that the sits bones, the little pointy parts of the booty that we sit on, are still evenly to the ground. And we'll find height in the spine. For some bodies, this might be just enough, so we'll stay here. Otherwise, as we inhale, lift the left hand up, the right hand back behind you, kind of back here. And as we exhale, we either hug this left knee or hook left knee to inner left knee to outer left elbow. And we find this twist. Deep inhale here and exhale. Gorgeous. Come through center with the arms, with the spine. Inhale, left hand down, right hand up. Exhale, hug the knee or find that twist, that hook. Release any tension, squeeze it out. Very slowly, we'll come back to center. So shifting our shins to stack. Now that's very presumptuous, but the shins want to stack, but even if they don't, like mine don't, that's okay. So even if you come right back to cross-legged, find your version of this double pigeon here, flexing through the feet to protect the knees. And if you need a pad and fill up these gaps with pillows, go for it, so that everything feels supported, no pain, no strain. We're able to sit up nice and tall. We're able to have a smile across the face. The hands can come to the thighs, to the shins, and the eyes can soften or close. And as the hips are getting a deep stretch, we can lean forward with the heart to deepen that, should you choose. But right here, let the shoulders fall. Let the muscles of the neck, the nerves, just have a little break. And take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. It's a beautiful time together because we get to notice and get to know ourselves. Arguably can only be done in the stillness, in the observer witness mode. That we are not our thoughts, we are not our bodies. We are spirits dwelling inside and here just to witness, just to see what's going on. Take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Let it all go. Let something go. Something you've maybe been holding on to that's just not serving you today. And, we need the space. It's gotta go. Our minds become a terrible master, but they can be a beautiful servant. But it takes practice. You're doing a wonderful job by being here. Let's go ahead and switch the directions of our crossing. So it's probably your opposite leg in the front, probably feels a little unnatural. And as we inhale, expand your arms out to a T, only as far as is comfortable. And I'm dealing with a shoulder injury here, so mine's gonna look like this today. But the point is to drop the shoulders and squeeze the shoulder blades behind you together, and then activate that core again, even though we're seated. Let your heart be brave and exposed. A little bit of extra. Lift the chin up. Also expose your throat. Tell the body that you're safe. Amazing. We'll come back towards center. Shake out those shoulders. You can kind of roll through the neck just a bit, and then we'll start to cross the legs once again. Making sure our sits bones are nice and even. As we inhale, we'll lift the right hand, drop the left behind you. And exhale, find your connection, elbow to knee, or taking a big hug. Finding a twist, a lift and a twist. More space, and then wring it all out. Slowly come back to center. As we inhale, the right hand drops, the left hand lifts. And same deal. Hook or find a twist, a hug. So yummy in the morning. Let's come back towards center. You want to roll that out, that's cool. Then we'll come into that double pigeon. This side might be different, clearly. If you're feeling any pain or tugs or weird things happening, you may need some support. So keep adjusting until you feel like you're on clouds, but there's a little bit of stretch going on in the hips. It'll be deep into the hips. And since we found our posture, we found the spot, and we've asked, hey, is this safe? Is this comfortable? Is this easeful enough? Now we can focus on watching the mind. How is your breath? What thoughts are swirling in your mind, that monkey chatter? Do you notice if your jaw is clenching, if your eyes are squinting, if you're holding tightly through the shoulders, the hands, the feet? Take a deep breath into the belly and exhale it out. How soft can you make this experience? Beautiful. All right. If you'd like to come lay down into a traditional Shavasana, you can. If it's early for you, it might be nice to stay more upright and find a cozy seat. Whether you're laying down or seated, find a spot where you can get warm. Maybe grab that blanket. Maybe sit on that pillow or put pillows underneath your knees. But for the last portion of class, I really want to dive into this stillness meditation, where we find something we want to focus on, or maybe it's something you want to bring more into your space, like let the mind rest on thoughts of peace and love and compassion, because it so often defaults to the negative, right? It's natural. But we can train our brains to do differently. So here we go. Peace, love, light, whatever it is. Breathe life into it, into your body. And exhale, let it go. Rest your body. Rest your mind. Breathe deep. Notice as you trickle your awareness from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet, any tension. Maybe it's in the face or the temples or the jaw, relax. Moving down to the back of the neck, the throat, the shoulders, the arms, hands, all relax. Notice any tension, any still guardedness in the heart or the back of the heart, the upper back. all the way to the low back, all the way to the belly and the sides of the belly. Feel the heaviness, the rootedness of your pelvis, and all through your legs and feet and toes. Find any tricky spots that are hiding their sneaky tension and just acknowledge them with a breath. And in the same way, we'll notice the mind, the thoughts that come up, any racing of the mind, and just become the observer as well. Shavasana. This is a practice that can be done for a long time. You can meditate for 30 seconds or hours. So I'd like to leave you here to decide that length of time and to thank you so much for joining me this morning, this rising, this beautiful day. I hope the practices of yoga and breath work and mindfulness in general serve you the way that it has served me and helped me so much. I really hope for clarity and peace and calm for your days. Until I see you next time, I'll see you again soon. Have a beautiful day, everyone.